What is up, y'all? What's going on? We're doing the Gemini and Cancer collective readings tonight, folks. Where is my Gemini collective? Welcome back to Free Will Tarot. If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. If y'all are OG followers, thank you for all the love and support. Do keep in mind, if you are viewing this live stream and or a video from YouTube, you can always fast forward down at the bottom of the video. We will be waiting about 8 minutes. I want to give y'all 8 minutes to show up for the Gemini collective reading. Said Cancer here. Okay. Do keep in mind the Cancerian reading will be in about 30 minutes. You are more than welcome to stay and hang out until then. But yes, the Cancerian reading will be in a little under 30 minutes. The Gemini collective reading starts in about 7 minutes from now. Hope y'all are doing a-okay. I said, yes, thanks. Not a problem. I'm doing a-okay myself. Hope you have a great day as well. I'm tired. I'm a little bit exhausted. I got off work a few hours ago and ready for bed already. But I will survive. Oh yes, Gemini collective reading. Where is my Gemini collective? We will be doing the Cancerian collective reading in less than 30 minutes. That's about 26 minutes from now. 26 minutes from now will be the Cancerian reading. I'm going to let all of the Gemini collective hop in on the live stream for the next 6 minutes, 4 to 6 minutes, give or take. One more time, if y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I so appreciate you. If y'all are returning followers, thank you all for all the love and support. Nope, we will not be battling. Sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry. It's not what I do here. Gemini collective. Where is my Gemini collective? If you have any friends, family members, or coworkers that are Gemini, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus, maybe you want to share this live stream with them. Oh yes, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Said, oh hey, boss. What's up, Jules? Hope all is well with you. I have Moon in Gemini. There you go. Resting side eye. That's awesome. How am I doing? I'm hanging in there. This is my first week back to work, and I'm just hanging in there. My job is kind of physical already, so getting back into the hang of it is, it's rough. Y'all, we are about to do the Gemini Collective reading. Buckle up, folks. Alright, what do we have for the Gemini Collective? What does the Gemini Collective need to know moving forward? What does the Gemini Collective need to know moving forward? Gemini Collective, what do they need to know moving forward? About 38 minutes from now, 38 minutes, about 38 after is when we're going to do 3 more shuffles. So less than a minute. There it is. All right, 3 more shuffles, y'all. A 1, a 2, a 3. All right, if y'all are new here, when I do the bridge shuffle, as I'm about to do, that is the signal to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. Oh yes, Gemini Collective. Here it is. And there it was. Scissors, sharp cheese, thumbtacks. Mrs. Kisses, what up? What is going on, y'all? Gemini Collective. Yes, thank you for the scissors. The sharp cheese. Awesome sauce. Everywhere. I thought it would take y'all a couple of minutes to hop on in. This is the Gemini Collective, by the way. Here in about 21 minutes, we will start the Cancerian Collective reading. Yeah, and then tomorrow we will do Leo and Virgo. Libra and Scorpio will be Thursday. Sagittarius and Capricorn will be Friday. And Aquarius and Pisces will be Saturday. I'm looking forward to being back and doing readings for all of y'all. With that being said, I think we've definitely gotten enough scissors and or sharp and pointy emojis to cut this deck. I say, glad you are back. Thank you so much. Alrighty, y'all. Let's cut this deck with the sharp and pointy emojis that y'all sent me. It's all for fun. That's it. Have you already done Gemini? No, you are here on time. Gemini Collective, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Here is your situation. Here is the challenge. Here is the person of interest. Here is the similarities or common ground between you both. And here is the possible outcome and or advice. What in the world is going on in this reading? What in the world is going on in this reading? Hello, Vicky. Hi. All right, Gemini Collective. Do keep in mind we will be doing this reading for the next 20 minutes. Cancerian Collective, thank you so much for being patient with me. We are going to get one last card at the end of the reading from the Oracle deck. Do keep in mind this is a general collective reading, so take what resonates, leave out the rest. With that being said, I do see 4 cards. I mean, much less all the cards, all 5 cards are minor arcana. So there's that. 4 out of 5 are cups cards. So, Angela, when is Leo? That is tomorrow. About 11 minutes ago is when you need to set an alarm, no matter what time it is where you are located or live in the world. I've got followers from all over the world. So set an alarm for 11 minutes ago. It is 6:41 here in Ohio. Not a problem. So Gemini Collective, we have 4 cards, as I mentioned, that are cups. So this should be interesting. Let's start your reading, though. So we have 2 of cups in the situation. This definitely has to do with a relationship. I guess it doesn't have to necessarily be romantic, per se. It definitely tells me that you and another person see eye to eye, or at least from your point of view, y'all see eye to eye. You're on the same page. If this is romantic, then yes, it does feel like you and this person have mutual feelings, mutual respect, mutual love, all that fun stuff. I don't know why in the challenge we would have the 6 of Cups. With the 6 of Cups, normally in any other placement in the spread, I would say that this is feeling nostalgic about, the happy memories between you and another person. It could be reconciliation. By the way, I did not flip or mirror my freaking... Okay, that's better. Now you can see and read the card. 6 of Cups. As I was saying, any other placement, it could be a reconciliation as far as like you and this person getting back together. It doesn't have to be. Maybe you feel so familiar to each other as if like maybe there's a past life connection. No matter the case, you both feel so familiar with each other and it's bringing up a lot of good emotions. However, in the 6 of Cups, or with the 6 of Cups in the challenge, it's almost as if you're finding it challenging to feel familiar with this person. It's maybe a challenge or maybe feeling difficult for you and this person to bring up any good memories from the past. Gemini, this is a strange reading. While, yes, you do like this person likes you, there's not too many good memories with this person. Or, if this is someone new, they don't feel super familiar. Maybe that could be a good thing. I mean, I don't know why you and this person are even interested in this, or in the relationship, or even each other, for that matter. I mean, 6 of Cups is supposed to be a good thing, but in the challenge, it's like you're finding it challenging or difficult to have any good reasons to be together. It's like y'all are trying, but like maybe forcing it. All right. And this person's energy, they are showing up as the Knight of Pentacles. They definitely are being cautious. Slow and steady wins the race. Neither of you are wanting to rock the boat, especially this person. This person, the cross-watcher for the Gemini Collective, they're definitely not wanting to rock the boat. Slow and steady wins the race, as I mentioned. I'm kind of rusty when it comes to my interpretations and my examples of such, but with the Knight of Pentacles, I mean, what else can be said? If you and this person are to take things slow and steady wins the race. There we go. Yes, loyalty. For sure, this person can be loyal. This is Earth element with the Knight of Pentacles. Loyalty for sure. Dependable, reliable, all that fun stuff. But slow and steady wins the race, and this person is just being cautious. So that's good, especially if there's, you know, a difficulty with finding an emotional, like, resonance, I guess. I don't know, that Six of Cups in the challenge, it's kind of giving Seven of Cups, and the similarities or common ground between you both. While you might love this person and want to start something up with them, it's almost as if, yes, that's your main energy, but you're also sharing the energy of confusion, of options as far as, like, where can we take this? You know? Do we become roommates? Do we just stay in the talking phase? Do we start up, you know, some sort of passion? Do we, if we're talking about going on dates, do we go to the movies? Or is that awkward to go to the movies as a first date? Maybe we'll wait for the movies until like the third, fourth date. Let's say that. Is there a museum that we can go to? If we're not talking about dates, there's a lot of confusion as to, like, maybe how you and this person are emotionally feeling. I don't feel like this is, with the Seven of Cups, necessarily about keeping your options open in the dating world, right? I feel more so that there's a lot of emotional confusion. There's a lot of options as to, like, where to take this. That might not necessarily be a good thing, especially in this situation, in this, like, reading. This is a strange one. With that Six of Cups in the challenge, I don't think I've ever had Six of Cups in the challenge. It's almost giving, like, if you both knew each other from the past, that there was, like, a traumatic past. Like, both of you weren't necessarily traumatized by each other, but, like, just not so fond memories. Or if this is someone new, it's like how you met wasn't the best of circumstances. Does that make sense? So then, like, yeah, this person's wanting to take things slow. Slow and steady wins the race. Not wanting to rock the boat, but also with that Seven of Cups, that energy you both are sharing, the similarities or common ground between you both. It's like, yeah, they're looking at all the options, all the different directions y'all can take this, and it's confusing. I'm almost wondering if this is more so of, like, an ego boost from the both of you. Like, you boost each other's egos. Or maybe there's a lot of love bombing, right? Like, almost a trauma bond is what I was getting at with the Six of Cups in the, you know, in the challenge. Because, I mean, when we're talking about confusion in general, when we're talking about the ego, let's say, there's two branches off of the ego. I'm declining, once again, any battles. Thank you for, getting that off there. So, when we're talking about the ego, there's two branches off the ego. There's either fear or confusion. The Seven of Cups definitely has a lot to do with confusion. And I never really thought of it this way, but if we are taking our time, you know, slowly but surely winning the race as far as, like, wanting to be cautious, maybe there's a little bit of fear on this person's end as to, like, where this could end up. I mean, if you both are, like, trauma bonding, if you both are only trying to stroke each other's egos, it doesn't look very good. Hence why the only card that really makes sense after all these other cards the last card being the Eight of Cups. It could be smart on your part, Gemini, to emotionally detach and find happiness elsewhere. There's a lot of emotional confusion with that Seven of Cups on both ends. It's like, well, if we're not here to create happy memories, if we're only here to stroke each other's ego and to possibly trauma bond, I mean, you're only going to get more of what you don't want. Said it might hurt for a bit, but it gets better. Oh, yes. Yes, Gemini, maybe to reject this person or to be rejected by this person could hurt, but I mean, it's better than staying in something that is just confusing. Like, why are we even doing this? Right? Yeah, Eight of Cups could be the possible outcome in which maybe both of you mutually decide, hey, this isn't working for either of us, so what are we doing? Let's emotionally detach, let's walk away. Trauma bonds feel terrible, so I definitely feel for Gemini. Yeah, I think we've all been there in one way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be romantic, in a romantic sense. Even like friendships, it's like, what are we doing here? Have we outgrown each other? Have we, just, that literally could just be it. Have we outgrown each other, or in the past, if this is a past person, have we possibly been friends for a specific reason, for a specific person, or not person, but for a specific reason, for a specific season, and then that reason just kind of like we grew out of the friendship. I mean, there's really not a whole lot else to speak on. What is a trauma bond exactly? Well, one example could be that you both bond over a trauma that you both had in the past. It's like, oh, I too have been hurt by an ex. This is the lowest example, the tiniest example I could give. I've been hurt by an ex. Oh, you've been hurt by an ex? In the same way, possibly? You've been cheated on? I've been cheated on. You were in an abusive relationship. I too have been in an abusive relationship. I'm sure there's a better example or a better definition of a trauma bond, but like to bond over trauma, basically. To where like you're bonding over negative memories, basically. Nothing good could come out of that. I mean, yes, while it sounds good on the outside, like, oh, we're bonding and, trying to heal each other over something that was negative. We're trying to turn those negative experiences into something positive. Trauma bonds are rewiring the brain to associate that person with feeling good, like drugs. Withdrawals feel similar to coming down from a drug, and that person is your fix. Yes, that's a good example. That's a good definition. Thank you. So with that being said, yeah, it definitely could be, I mean, the ego boost, like I mentioned earlier, if y'all are just in this relationship, if that's what you want to call it, to boost each other's ego, because maybe y'all feel familiar to each other, or, just being each other's hype person, all because there's something that you both gain from each other on an egotistical standpoint, on an egotistical point of view, let's say. It definitely could get toxic or ugly quickly, so give yourself the chance to emotionally detach now, Gemini. Because, I mean, do you really want someone boosting your ego, stroking your ego as far as, like, keeping you comfortable, when you want someone who doesn't enable, let me repeat that, you want someone that does not enable bad habits. You want someone that gets you out of your comfort zone. Said, I thought a trauma bond was you experienced something bad together. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's more so that, like, I had a bad experience, and to, yes, resonate with someone else's story about how they, you know, had a bad experience also. That's one way of bonding over a trauma, basically. But it's not very healthy to put yourself in a situation like that. You want, yes, while I could see how it could be healthy to bond over a trauma, like I said, it's not. No, this is someone causing a trauma to you and causing you to be bonded to them via the trauma. Okay, yeah, that's a good way of explaining it. That's a good way of explaining it. No matter if this is a trauma bond or not, maybe it is, for all I know. There's something confusing about the two of you's dynamic, relationship dynamic, to where it's either causing you to emotionally detach and or walk away. And if it's not the possible outcome, this is the advice: to emotionally attach and walk away, because this could end up very unhealthy, as my one follower mentions. Y'all, we are going to get one last card from the Oracle deck. Maybe this card will give us a little more detail as to what's going on in this reading. Okay, makes sense. Sounds way unhealthy anyway. Right, no matter if it's a trauma bond or not, like, if neither of you are clear about what you want with this relationship, about what it is you want from each other, but you love the ego boost, then, I mean, that's definitely unhealthy. Y'all, we need 3 more shuffles for this last card. A 1, a 2, a 3. Top card is the card we need. Look at that. I love this freaking deck. Disengage from outcomes. Here we go. Yes, check out this website. Thank you for that. If you are interested in learning more about trauma bonding, thank you for that. Now, with that being said, disengage from outcomes. Let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or any unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. This could be very synchronistic for some. For some Geminis out there, it could be very synchronistic as far as if this maybe is a trauma bond, or maybe this is an ex that is coming back and you both are like maybe gaslighting each other about what happened in the past, or trying to, you know, look past any mistakes that either of you have made in a past relationship, let's say. Disengage from outcomes. Let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or any unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. yeah, if this is a past person and you're like still remembering, you know, the bad times instead of not being so nostalgic, it could be that you are holding on to resentment, not forgiving this person for knowing any better, for lack of a better way of, you know, putting it. Disengage from outcomes, which makes sense why you would need to let go and open yourself up to the highest love that you deserve, because I mean, walking away from something you don't deserve is only going to open up the possibilities, the good possibilities, not the confusing possibilities to finding that 9th cup, from 8 of cups to 9 of cups, which is what you want. Finding your happiness, finding your, yes, your singlehood, but that's one step closer to being happy enough to share that happiness with someone else. Because at least in the 9 of cups, you're not holding on to resentment. You're not holding on to unresolved, you know, forgiveness that isn't there. A lack of forgiveness. Unresolved lack of forgiveness is how they worded it on this card. With that being said, y'all, we need to start the Cancer reading. I hope this helped. I hope it was at the very least entertaining, at the very most insightful. I do want to thank y'all for showing up, for hitting that follow button. We are going to be starting the Cancerian reading here soon. Cancer Collective, thank you all for being patient with me. And do keep in mind, Gemini Collective, I will be uploading this 1 hour long video to my YouTube channel. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Free Will Tarot, if you do not want to miss out on any readings in the future. Alright, Cancerian Collective, Cancer Collective, hope y'all are doing a-okay. Thank y'all for being patient with me one more time. Let's go ahead and start the Cancer reading, shall we? What do we have for the Cancerians out there? What does Cancer need to know moving forward? What does the Cancerians need to know moving forward? That chopsticks, okay. About 5 after, we're going to start your reading with the 3 more shuffles. 5 after. There it is. Alrighty, Cancer Collective, 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alrighty, y'all, I'm about to do the bridge shuffle. Y'all know what that means. If you don't, you're about to learn. When I do the bridge shuffle, that is the signal for y'all to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety, so I can then cut this deck. Alrighty, here it is. And there it was. TWAS twas. Go ahead and send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy so I can cut this deck. I will wait until about, let's say, 7 after. 7 after, let's say. I'd say that's a decent amount of time. Hopefully y'all are staying cool inside and enjoying a little bit of peace and quiet. Almost 7 after. Oh yes, scissors, so I can cut this deck. I definitely need y'all's help cutting this deck. I mean, it's all for fun. Anyways, I'm eating Hungry Howie's currently. There you go. Yeah, it's all for fun. Ooh, sword. Nice. Alrighty, y'all. Cancer Collective, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. There it is, 7 after. We're going to go ahead and cut the deck with all the sharp and pointy emojis y'all sent me. Alright, let's get into it, shall we? Cancer, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Here is the situation, the challenge, your person of interest, the the similarities or common ground between you both, and the possible outcome and or advice. What is going on with this reading? There are 3 major arcana and 2 court cards. For those of you that don't know what major or minor arcana are, the major arcana is associated with bigger picture life topics or archetypes that sometimes we have no control over. Whereas the minor arcana is like an action or a thought or communication or stuff like that. And then the court cards, the page through the kings, can be archetypes that are like, how do you word that? How do you describe court cards? Yeah, they're archetypes that we as human beings portray. Let's put it that way. We portray this archetype. With that being said, you are starting your reading off with the situation. Well, first off, do keep in mind, Cancerians, this is a collective reading. Do take what resonates, leave out the rest. A lot of my readings do resonate with a lot of my followers. However, if any reading doesn't happen to resonate with you, then it's not your reading. Someone needs to hear these readings, though, even if it's not for you. With that being said, we have Judgment in the situation. Judgment. This is a wake-up call. This is, yes, it's a wake-up call. It's the universe, ringing up your phone, saying, hey, it's time to apologize, or it's time to take accountability, or it's time to take action. Get into gear. Yep. It's time to move. It's time to do something. By the way, happy birthday, either early, current, or late, to all the Cancerians. So yes, while it is your birthday season, happy birthday to all the Cancerians. There's something that you should be doing or should be saying to someone right about now. Or in the next week, let's say, as I do weekly readings. So in the next week, there should be something you're either doing or saying towards another person, for yourself maybe even. Doesn't necessarily have to be towards another person, but do keep in mind there is another person in your reading. They are either part of the problem or they're a part of the solution. With that being said, King of Cups in the challenge. Now, the King of Cups is an archetype that we portray. Yes, it is a court card. A masculine archetype, or a personality trait, let's put it that way, that we all have portrayed at least once in our life, at least. With that being said, no matter if you are a woman or a man, tarot is not gender specific. We all can portray these personality traits as like a King of Cups, let's say. So yes, A lot of Cancerians could very well be in their King of Cups energy. In the reverse, though, I read all cards as a reversal interpretation in the challenge. So with that being said, you could find it challenging to hold your emotions in as King of Cups normally does. The King of Cups has a big old cup right there that they don't just share with anyone. They're going to be picky. They're not going to settle for less. But it's almost as if you have a lot of love for a specific person and you can't hold it back. You find it challenging to hold it back. You find it challenging to be stoic around this person. So especially in the microwave going retrograde. Yeah, it's like maybe it's difficult to hold your emotions back towards a specific person. Maybe that's what this Judgment card is talking about, that, hey, now is the time to step it up, to communicate something you need to take action towards someone. You know, there's a window of opportunity, basically, that the universe, that God, whatever you believe in, is giving the go-ahead on, right? I don't know if it's a week, I don't know if it's a month, but I mean, the only constant in the universe, coincidentally, is change. Ironically, is change. Change is the only constant in the universe. So, I mean, sure, we might have this opportunity for the next week, maybe 2. But you have to be at the right place and the right time, every time, to take advantage of an opportunity. Right? With that being said, you do have a person in your environment with the World card who is definitely closing out cycles, or a cycle, closing out a chapter in their life and wanting to start a new chapter. This person could very well be a fixed sign. They don't have to be. Those fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. They could have one of those in their big 3, either a sun, moon, or rising. Does not have to be. The World card is basically the last card in the major arcana right back to the start of the full card. So yes, it's a literal ending a chapter, closing a door, so they can open a new door. It could be that this person is closing out a problem or fixing an issue that they keep coming back around to. It could be that this person is about to travel in order to close out this cycle, to end this chapter of their life, to close the door on something or someone, or it could be that they're needing to travel to you. Said, I'm glad they are getting better. Okay. With that being said, the third and final major arcana in this reading, we do have the Chariot. Now, let me take a step back, because yes, to recap, we do have the Judgment card in your situation, meaning it's time to step it up, it's time to take action, it's time to speak your mind to someone. It could be with the King of Cups in the challenge that you find it challenging to hold this communication in. It's like, okay, well, there's a reason for it. You know, the universe is going to get louder and louder and louder about this opportunity until it's no more. It's very challenging. I can imagine if the universe is calling, giving you a wake-up call like, hello, speak your mind now, or forever hold your peace, and this person is closing something out, it very well could be the time for you to show up so they can start their next chapter. So they are defensive. Yeah, that very well could be. It very well could be. With that being said, though, the Chariot and the similarities or common ground between you both, it might not be the person you're thinking of, by the way. because the similarities or common ground between you both tells me that you both are ready to go, go, go. It could be someone new. It could be someone new. I'm going to keep it at that. Time to get to packing, I guess. Yes, the Chariot does tell me that someone shares the similarities just as you do, that you're ready to go, 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 ready to get into this vehicle that is the relationship and mow over any obstacle. There is no fear when it comes to the Chariot. I got that 2-month vacation coming up. There you go. So yes, y'all. One more card. I feel like this person is just as excited as you are. Something is happening for the both of you. It's time, says the universe. Speak up as that King of Cups in the challenge. This person is closing something out, maybe for you, definitely for themselves. You both are excited to make this happen. But the advice here with the Knight of Pentacles, we did have that Knight of Pentacles in the the Gemini collective reading. Yes, the possible outcome with the Knight of Pentacles is that you might be defensive yourself. Maybe you're about to match their energy and be a little bit cautious yourself, which is not a bad thing. You know, we always want to take our time. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Currently matching. Because for all you know, this person being defensive, being worried, and being anxious about, you wanting to show up in their energy could very well make you anxious, could make you defensive, could make you worried. And that could be a good thing. If you match their energy, I feel like it could be a good thing that y'all are like taking your time in getting to know each other and investing in each other. That's one thing I should have said in the Gemini collective reading with the Knight of Pentacles. It's never a bad idea to be cautious about how much we invest into another person. Slow and steady wins the race, yes. So what is the rush in, telling everything about your life, telling this person everything about your life, every little detail, every little memory? What's the rush? We're not trying to scare this person off. They're definitely not trying to scare you off. So yes, definitely take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. I think we've got one more card, and we're going to end out the Cancerian reading. What is that card? We need one card to end out the Cancer reading. What does the Cancerian collective need to know moving forward to end out this reading? Watch it be brave. I'm not sure if there's a card in this deck that suggests to be brave, but maybe it's close to that. All right, 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. All right, top card is the card y'all need to see. Ooh, pretty. Very pretty. Be insightful and established. I love the artwork. I love the artwork on all these cards. Heck. Said, I knew it. Ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or future. Y'all. Yeah, instead of being anxious, instead of allowing this person to bring you into their energy and to match their energy, it's actually more wiser to show this person that you yourself have control over your energy, over your emotions, over the situation that y'all are in by just being grounded, by controlling your own emotions, your own reactions. That is going to show them, yeah, that you're not affected by outside energy, one, and two, I mean, is it not insightful to show up and show them, hey, you can be anxious all you want, but I'm not worried. You know, what will be, will be. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or future. And actually, yep, sitting pretty. Exactly. And actually, this person being anxious, this person being defensive, is going to show you that they're possibly trying to still bring back an old energy from the past. Or maybe they're literally just anxious about the future. You know? By you being grounded and not allowing their energy to get to you, they are going to appreciate, I'm sure, your groundedness. It's going to calm their anxiety down a whole lot. I'm sure of it. Alrighty. I think that's what I have for the Cancer Collective. I hope y'all got something from this. I hope it helped. I hope it was at the very least entertaining, at the very most insightful. With that being said, do keep in mind I will be uploading this 1 hour long video to my YouTube channel. It's Free Will Tarot. I will be starting the Leo and Virgo collective reading tomorrow around an hour ago. So do set your alarm for about an hour ago. It is 7:23 right now. I start my live streams at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Heck yeah, bro. Haven't seen you in a bit. Yep. Hello, Greg. How is everything? Tomorrow, Wednesday, will be for Leos and Virgos. Hope to see you all then. And do hit that follow button if you have not. If you have, thank you for all the love and support. Do keep in mind, I am, one more time, uploading this video to my YouTube channel. That way, y'all don't have to miss out on these readings in the future. Because life happens. It's bound to happen. That y'all miss out on at least one reading. And if you do, that's fine. That's why I upload to my YouTube channel. With that being said, I'm going to hop off here, get something to eat, relax for the night. Alrighty. Much love. Take care. Have a good night, y'all. Randy Joe, what is going on? Love you, sis. Hello. Much love to you as well. Hopping off here, though, y'all. Much love. Take care.